despedirme. No quiero que llores mi ausencia, que yo volveré. Voy a defender mi bandera, la patria me llama. Adiós, muñequita de...
The beginning of the 65th, which although it wasn't called the 65th at the time, the origin of it was in 1898 when the U.S. invaded, the island. The island used to have Spanish troops, native Spanish troops. So what the U.S. did was they said, we're going to use native troops to safeguard the island. And in 1899, they created the Puerto Rico Provisional something. I forget what the name of it, because they've gone through a number of names over the years. Mm-hmm. It was only, I think, like 100 men with 4 companies or something like that.
All Puerto Ricans?
All Puerto Ricans. And it was mandated by Congress. This is the important part, it was mandated by the U.S. Congress that it had to be comprised of Puerto Ricans.
When 1955 was the first time I went to Puerto Rico, I was hired as a musician to work at the Caribe Hilton Hotel in Puerto Rico, in San Juan. And I went to visit an aunt of mine in a section in Atorrey, and the walk from the bus to her house was around 10 blocks, and I noticed every block, every street sign was Private Rodriguez, Sergeant Santiago, Lieutenant Morales. And so when I got to my aunt's house, the first thing I asked her, why are all these street signs named after military people? And she says to me, all these are people that were killed in Korea. So that's where I first became aware that there was a Puerto Rican military presence as a combat unit in Puerto Rico.
So a lot of the things that are being said here, I can tune into, because what they did to me was, in the very beginning when they described you, it depends on who was, Puerto Rican, Puerto Rican white, Puerto Rican Negro, Puerto Rican something else, and I had all of those kind of things, and then I got sent down to the South, which I didn't know they had this, sit in the back of the bus and all this other stuff. So what I kept saying was, I'm fighting the wrong battle. I need to be sent over to Korea where I can help. But my piel canela wouldn't allow it.
Adiós, noviecita del alma, vengo a despedirme. No quiero que llores mi ausencia, que yo volveré. Voy a defender mi bandera, la patria me llama. Adiós, muñequita del alma, pronto volveré. Si acaso yo muero en la guerra o muere mi